Welcome to this lecture on organizational culture. In this session, we will explore what organizational culture is, how it influences management and company performance, and how leaders can shape or change it. We'll also look at the key elements that make up culture and discuss why it can be a major source of success or failure for organizations. Organizational culture can be defined as a system of shared assumptions, values, and beliefs that guide appropriate and inappropriate behavior within an organization. In simpler terms, culture defines what kinds of behaviors are accepted, encouraged, or rejected inside a company. Think about it like the unwritten rules of a classroom. You know how to behave even if it's not written anywhere. Maybe you know not to talk over the instructor or not to use your phone during a lecture. The same thing happens inside organizations. There are behaviors everyone recognizes as normal and others that people know to avoid, even if no one explicitly says so. Organizational culture is closely related to how companies are organized and managed. It connects strongly to concepts like organizational design and structure, which we discussed earlier. Both design and culture determine how employees interact, how they communicate, and how they work together toward organizational goals. Culture is often invisible. You can't easily see or measure it because it lives in the shared understandings, routines, and habits of people. It's like the air around us. We don't usually notice it until something changes. Or think of a fish in water. The fish doesn't realize it's surrounded by water until it's taken out of it. Similarly, employees often don't notice their organizational culture until they experience a different one. When you move from one organization to another, you might immediately feel that the new place works differently. That's culture in action. Interestingly, outsiders can sometimes see cultural differences more clearly than insiders, because they are not accustomed to the norms of that environment. Culture shapes how people behave. Imagine a company where hard work and excellence are part of the culture. That organization is more likely to perform well. In contrast, if a culture tolerates laziness or poor performance, the overall results will suffer. Or consider an organization that deeply values customer service. Employees there will likely go the extra mile to help clients, which boosts satisfaction and ultimately improves the company's performance. Culture can also be a source of competitive advantage. If a company builds a strong and unique culture, one that inspires employees and aligns with its goals, it becomes very difficult for competitors to imitate. Culture, unlike technology or strategy, cannot be easily copied. Even within families or small teams, culture can define the group's character and success. For example, companies that foster innovation, like Google or 3M, encourage creativity and experimentation as part of their culture. This allows them to consistently produce new ideas. On the other hand, in public organizations or government agencies, where stability and procedure are more important, a culture that emphasizes rule following can be more effective and socially beneficial. A survey of American CEOs once asked which factors they believed were most important for achieving long-term success. Corporate culture ranked as the #1 driver of firm performance. Many CEOs explained that while products, technology, or strategy can change, culture creates the foundation that sustains success over time. Culture doesn't just affect employees, it also shapes customer experiences. We often choose to shop at certain places because we feel welcomed and respected. Think about companies like Starbucks or Chick-fil-A. Customers are loyal not only because of the products, but because of the culture of service that employees project. To see how some companies intentionally design unique cultures, let's take a look at Zappos, an online retailer famous for its culture of customer happiness. Zappos promotes fun, creativity, and exceptional service as part of its identity. This approach attracts employees who enjoy that environment and builds loyalty among customers who value personal attention. Some people love working in that kind of energetic, people-focused environment, while others might prefer a more traditional structure. What matters is that the company's culture matches its mission and strategy. In the following sections, we'll explore how culture can be visualized and understood. One useful framework compares culture to an onion with several layers, from deep invisible assumptions to visible surface-level symbols. Also, betten.